Scotland, a land of beauty. Green hills, rugged coasts, ancient mountains, mysterious lochs. But beneath, something stirs. A darker energy pulses here. This land is steeped in history, blood, betrayal, sorrow. Every battle, every war, every curse leaves a mark. The past lingers in shadows and whispers on the wind. It waits for the brave. We are drawn here. The veil is thin. We seek what lies beyond. Scotland, a paranormal hotspot. Castles here are more than stone. They hold emotion and tragedy. Eternal prisons for lost souls. We walk corridors where phantoms echo. We stand in haunted chambers. Scotland's energy is ancient and powerful. You feel it in your bones. Spectral pipers, green ladies, tortured souls. We peel back time to face the darkness. Dare to join. We'll travel across this haunted land. We'll visit 10 haunted locations, castles, ruins, and towers across Scotland. People have seen ghosts, heard voices, and felt chills. But there's more. There's a secret castle. Its story whispered in fear. Stay to the end to discover its name. The journey begins now. Our investigation begins in the heart of Scotland's capital. Perched atop an extinct volcano, Edinburgh Castle dominates the city skyline. But it's what you can't see that makes this place truly terrifying. Beneath the ground, a labyrinth of dark, damp tunnels snakes through the volcanic rock. These are the vaults. A place of misery and death. For centuries, the vaults quarantined plague victims. They were left to die, cries echoing unanswered. Visitors and staff report being touched by invisible hands. They hear disembodied whispers. Moans, shadow figures dart at the edge of vision, vanishing when you turn. One spirit is often seen, an old man in leather. A solid-looking apparition who vanishes into thin air, leaving intense sadness and confusion. A headless drummer boy appears, his phantom drumming a chilling omen. First seen in 1650, just before Cromwell's siege, his spirit is a harbinger of doom. One of the most famous legends of Edinburgh Castle is the tale of the Lone Piper. Years ago, when tunnels beneath the Royal Mile were rediscovered, a young piper boy was sent down to investigate. He was told to play his bagpipes as he walked, so people above could trace his path. The music traveled down the Royal Mile, growing fainter until it reached the Tron Kirk. And then it stopped. Silence. The boy never came back, but his story isn't over. Visitors, overhearing the faint, sorrowful sound of bagpipes. A ghostly echo from a lost boy forever walking the passages beneath the city. Nearby, the chilling history continues. Greyfriars Kirkyard. Many call it the most haunted cemetery on Earth. Home to the Mackenzie Poltergeist, a violent, malevolent entity. People leave with scratches. People leave with bruises. Visitors are knocked unconscious by an unseen force. A stark reminder. Not all spirits are lost souls. Some are angry and dangerous. We now travel to Glamis Castle. This is a place straight out of a Gothic nightmare. The most famous tale involves Earl Beardy Crawford. One stormy Sunday, he demanded a partner for cards. No one would play on the Sabbath. He flew into a rage. He swore he'd play with the devil if he must. A tall stranger in black appeared at the gates and offered to play. They locked themselves in a room, soon shouting, cursing. A servant peeking through the keyhole was struck blind by a beam of light. The stranger was gone. Earl Beardy sat alone. Earl Beardy sat alone, driven mad, condemned to play cards until Judgment Day. The room was bricked up, but the sounds continue. The castle's most famous ghost, the Grey Lady, Janet Douglas. Accused of witchcraft, she was burned at the stake. Her spirit did not rest. She returned to Glamis. She returned to Glamis. She returned to Glamis. She returned to Glamis. Another female spirit roams these halls. The Green Lady. Legend says she was a servant, had an affair. When the romance was discovered, she was murdered. There's the ghost of a young black servant boy. There is also a tongueless woman. It's believed she witnessed a terrible secret. She had her tongue cut out to silence her forever. A woman's face appears in a barred window. A pale, terrifying visage that stares out, then fades. The castle holds its secrets tight, but the spirits it has wronged refuse to be silent. Our investigation now takes us into the wild Scottish Highlands. Our first stop is one of the most iconic images of Scotland, Eilean Donan Castle. During the Jacobite risings, the castle was garrisoned by Spanish soldiers. In 1719, 3 English frigates bombarded the castle into submission. One of the Spanish soldiers was killed. His spirit is said to remain here. He has been seen as a full-bodied apparition, a silent sentinel, a man out of time. One of the most chilling reports is that of a spectral Lady Mary. Visitors and staff have reported a feeling of profound sadness in this room. They have heard the faint sound of a woman weeping. Our journey continues to the Isle of Skye. Here we find Dunvegan Castle. At the heart of its paranormal mysteries is a single sacred object, the fairy flag. A ghostly piper is said to haunt the castle's south wing. He entered a mysterious tunnel and was never seen again. Now, the sorrowful sound of his pipes is heard on quiet nights. Our final Highland location is a place of pure terror. Ackergill Tower. Its history is one of brutality and abduction. The story of Helen Gunn abducted her on her wedding night. Rather than submit to her captor, she threw herself from the battlements. Her spirit, known as the Green Lady, is said to haunt the very tower where she was imprisoned. Her most disturbing manifestation is the red stain that is said to appear on the very stone from which she jumped. Our investigation now moves south to Eilean Castle. It is, honestly, unlike any other fortress in Scotland. In the year 1300, King Edward laid siege to this very castle. The bombardment was relentless. When the castle finally fell, the remaining defenders were captured and executed, hanged from the very walls they had defended. Many visitors report hearing the sounds of battle. These are auditory replays of the siege, phantom sounds echoing across 700 years of history. Another, more personal tragedy plays out here for eternity. The Lady in Red. She is often seen as a full-bodied apparition. We travel to the dramatic Ayrshire coast. Here, perched on a cliff edge, stands Culzean Castle. The castle is built upon a network of sea caves. It is said that the piper decided to explore the caves, playing his bagpipes loudly so his clansmen could track his progress. I'm at a spot now marked by a lone hawthorn tree. The music abruptly stopped. Comes the music, the pipe is circling around. With passion, means we shut that in. Matter they land is looking at us, burned all the day. There's a birdie, me, what it was, and wanted to get him. She is seated just silently along the castle's stunning oval staircase. Another spirit. His spirit. His spirit. Saying, she is. I told you to stay with us until the end. I promised you a final location, a secret castle. We are going to a place called Barcaldine Castle. It is known as the Black Castle, and for a very good reason. Its intimate scale is what makes it so terrifying. There is nowhere to hide from the energy within these walls. The veil between the living and the dead feels practically non-existent. The ghost is Donald Campbell. During the infamous massacre of Glencoe, the Stuarts, in a fit of vengeful rage, murdered Donald in his bed. He was killed for a crime he did not commit. Guests in the Caithness room have reported terrifying experiences. They have woken to see a full-bodied apparition standing at the foot of their bed. Our plan: lock down the Caithness room. We'll use a spirit box to ask Donald direct questions about his murder. Who killed you? Why are you still here? This location is also home to a spectral lady, the Green Lady. Her apparition is seen as a shimmering, verdant light associated with a feeling of peace and comfort. Some guests have reported being touched by an unseen hand. They describe a gentle, reassuring pressure on their shoulder. Any physical contact from an unknown entity is a chilling and profound experience. Our journey through the most haunted corners of Scotland has come to an end. We have walked in the footsteps of ghosts. These are not just stone structures. They are containers of raw human emotion, monuments to tragedy that refuse to let their stories die. The question is no longer whether these places are haunted, but who or what is doing the haunting. This journey is an invitation to confront the darkness beneath. If you are brave enough, you can visit these locations yourself. But be warned. Trust your instincts. If a room feels cold, if the hair on your arm stands up, you are not imagining it. You are feeling the presence of something not of our world. The truth is out there, wait in the darkness. The only question left is, do you dare to look for it? The ghosts of Scotland are waiting.